Hello there, guys. It is 1 minute till 5. So I said between 4 and 5. So I'll wait for someone to pop up. I had this necklace and it was all tangled up for the longest, right? Oh, there you are. Hello, 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 hello. Linda Hop, you're the first one. Hello there. And Mari and Lena and Tasha. Hello there. And Leah. And Stu. Hi, Stu. And Cole. Hello, Cole. And Shetty. And hello there, guys. Well, anyway, just wanted, oh, my hair. I just wanted you guys, look at this. Look, I got this is an old dress, but it is gorgeous. It's, I get dressed up just for you guys, and then I have to make myself go somewhere because I work out of my office at home, right? And so there's really no reason to get dolled up if you're not going anywhere. So you guys help me get out of the house, except for when I have to go to the post office, which is often. But anyway, guys, I had this necklace and it was all tangled up, so I untangled it. Isn't it nice? Ooh, 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 look at that. Anyway, this is an old dress, but it is a winner. It is so cute. I feel like standing up and showing you guys. But it is such a beautiful dress. I love it. It's one of those traffic stopper dresses. So it's, but anyway, guys, I'm in a pretty good mood. I wasn't in a good mood a few days ago. Because Emmys, we're going to start there at the Emmys. How can you trust the Grammys, the Emmys, the Oscars, the Golden Globe? How can you trust any of them after a work of fiction, absolute false, fabricated, okay, something that the FBI said didn't happen, something the LAPD said didn't happen, something the LA District Attorney said didn't happen, something the Santa Barbara District Attorney said didn't happen, Santa Barbara PD said didn't happen, a jury, a 13-week trial, and a jury said didn't happen, when the whole time they've known of Wade and James. Even Wade and James said it didn't happen. Even their mother and their father and their sister said it didn't happen. Okay? It's going to win Best Documentary at the Emmys when it was no investigation whatsoever. It was a set up the lights, position the camera, sit, and just tell your story. Just lie. And then give me the footage that you have of you and Michael, and then I'll just intertwine a story in there. The simplest documentary with zero proof, zero evidence wins Best Documentary at the Emmys. I'm losing faith in humanity. Really. It's appalling. It's appalling. And it lets you know that things can be bought and paid for, even though you already knew it. But now it hits right at the center of your core that you know that it's true, right? And so something that has not been proved, when they knew Wade and James as little kids, when they were investigating. So it wasn't like there's new kids that nobody knew about that's popped up. No. These kids were questioned. These kids were part of it. They were looking to prove that Michael Jackson was a pedophile, and nothing. Okay? It was the 93 investigation. Then it was the 2005 trial. So for this to win with no proof, it's a farce. Just like the estate said, it's a farce. And it's old rehashed stuff. And they're trying to take the King of Pop down. They're trying to erase him out of history. Okay, but we're not going to let that happen, are we? No. And you know who I feel bad for? Let me turn my camera around. These are the people I feel bad for. Okay, these were the nominees for the Outstanding Documentary Nonfiction Special. I think this is the one that they won. Unless there's more Best Documentary. There it is. I mean, Gilda Radner, that died of cervical cancer? Minding the Gap, The Inventor. I mean, Jane Fonda in 5 Acts. Fire, which was about how that concert didn't happen. And all of you people Here, you were ripped off. Okay? You were ripped off because of a stupid documentary that has nothing in it whatsoever. You guys were shafted. Okay? You guys were shafted. You got the inventor out for blood in Silicon Valley. Come on. You know what? You deserve a big X. You don't mean anything anymore. Okay? Emmy, you shouldn't have done it. And then there were several people that worked for HBO on the board of the Emmys, and Warner Brothers too. Okay, so now we know that things can be bought and paid for. And you know what? Wade, James, and Dan, and their lawyers, and you know what? I don't care how many awards you get, it's still a bunch of lies. And you guys know it's a bunch of lies. And you are trying to justify this behavior by saying it's for all the child victims of child sexual abuse. Well, when this is all exposed, which it already has been, but mainstream media won't let us tell everybody over and over and over again. They won't allow it. But we're going to keep working at it, okay? Even if us fans have to do it one by one, okay? It's still not going to make it the truth. It was a lie yesterday, it's a lie today, and it's going to be a lie tomorrow. And you know it. And you're going to make it harder for victims of child sexual abuse to be believed. Okay? Now that I got that out of the way, because before I was so upset I couldn't even come on live, because as someone who sat in the 2005 trial and did a documentary, The Trial and Triumph of the King of Pop, about the 2005 trial, and someone who knows that there was nothing to prove that Michael Jackson was guilty, nothing but lies and innuendos, it really hurt me to the core. Okay? It really, because I worked really hard. You know, after Michael was acquitted, do you guys know I did about 100 radio interviews? Okay, my documentary after the death announcement, even though we signed the distribution deal 7 weeks before the death announcement, was available in 50 million homes. I mean, so I took this personal because it was my plight. It was my work. It was my, I believe, destiny to be a big part of Michael Jackson being cleared in the court of public opinion. So it really hit me home, hit me, you know, right in my core. But anyway, guys, but that brings me to a wild coincidence. Do you know I ran into Corey Feldman? But I won't get to Corey Feldman just yet. Okay. There's more. Lisa Marie Presley. I think we could rest assured that she's not gonna, you know, say Michael was a pedophile, because there was an article where it said that she said that she would have strung him up on a tree if she thought he was molesting kids. So yes, and you should, and I should, and all of us should, if we thought that that was true. Okay, because that would be bad behavior. That would be horrendous. And he said he slit his wrist before he did something like that. All right. So I think with the book, but Lisa, you going to tell the truth about the marriage? You going to tell the truth? You going to tell the truth, girl? Okay, so you guys got to watch Alive 2, and I think Alive 3 is where I break down the facts about that marriage ceremony in the Dominican Republic. I break it down, you know, and the media won't tell the truth about it because they have their own agenda, and I know what it is, but I ain't going to go there right now. All right. Lavelle Smith, he did that documentary, beautifully done, by the way. He said he will defend Michael until the day he dies. All right, Lavelle, good for you. Let's see. Okay, so now, let's see who else I have here. All right. I'm trying not to get into one thing because I want it all kind of to tie together. So we're going to start off, before I get to Corey Feldman. How did I run into Corey Feldman at the grocery store last Saturday? I'm in the grocery store. Just get to the loo. I'm going to go get some chili powder because I'm going to make some chili. Oh, I might as well pick up some turkey jerky, you know, on my way. And I dropped it, and Corey helped me pick it up. But anyway, I'm minding my own business. It is Saturday night. And I'm in my local grocery store that I've been in hundreds of times, okay? And somebody walks past with a baseball hat, and I'm like, that felt like Corey Feldman. Is that Corey Feldman? So I went down the aisle. He turned around and I said, hi, Corey Feldman. And he said, hi. And I said, I'm Pearl. I report on Michael Jackson. I'm a Michael Jackson supporter. And he said, oh, hi, nice to meet you. So, of course, I had to put in, you got to have Michael's back. It was opportunity for me to say, hey, I know you was backtracking a little bit. And but he said he had to take a neutral stand, and that he's already said it, and he's trying to do the documentary on the pedophiles in Hollywood, which I think is a very important topic. He promised me that Michael was not going to be mentioned in that documentary. He said, Michael's not in my documentary. He said, but for now, I have to remain neutral because he needs the support of the industry. He needs the support of the Me Too people. And so he's going to remain neutral at this time. But he loves the family. He still supports the family and he talks to them. So he is still there for Michael. But I kind of understand the dilemma he's in, because it's kind of like you don't bite your nose off to spite your face. You know that one? Or you don't throw the baby out with the baby bathwater, right? Which means that you have to take the good with the bad sometimes. And he's not saying that Michael molested him or molested anybody right now. He just doesn't want to give an opinion on James and Wade, So, but of course, I told him, I said, we've identified 60 lies, and of course I, was able to tell Corey everything that I felt about it and how much, Wade and James are big, ugly, nasty, terrible liars and extortionists. Okay. And their lawyers are ruthless. Okay. And Dan Greed is a con artist, period. Straight up. Okay. And that Emmy award doesn't mean anything. Okay. And they can look at it in shame. They're not going to really look at it with pride. Now, there is a turncoat amongst us. His name is Scotch House Schaefer. Okay. So after the Emmys, even though he used to work for Michael, and Shauna Mangatal knew him, and Michael thought that Shauna and House had a little, flirty thing going on, and that House liked her or whatever. At least that's how she had told the story. Well, after the Emmy Awards, this Scott House Schaefer, and the reason why Michael called him House, and I read this somewhere, is because his breath smelled like an outhouse. So I would never tell this story, but I'm telling it now because since you have no shame, Mr. House Schaefer, I'm just going to tell the story. But it's out there anyway. You can look it up. But that's the story that I read. That's why Michael called him House. Okay, and accused him and Shauna of having a little flirt. All right, so I'm going to take some stuff off my phone because my phone is telling me it's clouded. But I'm not even using my phone. I'm using Facebook. Well, anyway. So, that was a warning. But anyway. So, House said congratulations to James for winning the Emmy. What? How can you support Michael but then send a congratulations? And he said, yeah, and I helped you get your first production assistant job because Michael asked me to. That is very convoluted in there, okay? Where you don't know where your loyalties lie, okay? And so he kind of turned on Michael by congratulating James for the win. And so the fans have been upset about it. And Shauna tried to justify it some kind of way. And then they were like, but you were just supporting Michael a few days ago. He said, well, that was then and this is now. Okay. So you can't trust him. And then there was something else about some extortion and some movie and some other stuff that was going on with him. Michael did not have a good judge of character. Okay. I would always tell him that, that, dang. I mean, really, if you, seeing how so many people are trying to mute Michael Jackson and seeing how so many projects and exhibits, and there was another play that was somewhere in the UK, Linda had told me that she had tickets to it, they canceled it, some of the sponsorships canceled, and some radio stations said they're not playing Michael Jackson and they're not teaching it to kids, Michael songs. And for you to congratulate I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to go fast because I keep getting these pop-ups because I'm just too full right now. And I got to take a lot of stuff off my phone. Okay. So anyway, it said it might not work properly. I hope not, but I'm okay. But anyway, let me hurry up. So house, that was bad. That was horrible bad. And I'm going to tell a Shauna story in a little while, but I want to get to some more Michael stuff. So I want to show you the picture of me and Corey Feldman real quick. Let's see. I have it on my Twitter page. Let me go to Twitter. Yeah, so I asked Corey, I said, can we take a picture? And he said, yeah, you can take a picture. So we took a picture. But believe me, I put something on him to have Michael's back, okay? Because I have Michael's back. So I guess it was maybe, I don't know what's going on in his head or mind, but God wanted us to meet in that grocery store on Saturday night, okay? So here's a picture of me and Corey. I'm going to turn my camera around. Here's a picture of me and Corey Feldman, okay? That's me and Corey. So Corey, we're going to support Corey because if he's exposing pedophiles in Hollywood, he needs our support. So, and then I remember I told you guys about Michael Prince. There was a picture of me and Michael Prince that I didn't show you, and this was a few years ago at the Jacksons concert in Palm Desert, which is near Palm Springs. But that's Michael Prince, and he was Michael's one of his engineers, and he took a picture with me. All right, so House was a guy that worked for Michael. Okay. That's who House was. He was somebody that worked for Michael. Okay. Now, let's see if I got Corey Feldman. I got that. I'm going to get to Tito. Tito. Oh my God. Tito talking about Michael in the present tense. Here we go. Okay.
Position. But I just feel that Michael Jackson has records. He has shown who he is. He has done what he's done to be who he is. And they have to do that.
Okay, to be Michael Jackson. This is my last, two more Michael questions. Was Mike a ladies' man?
Oh, are you kidding me? I used to tell people when they used to say things, he's gay or whatever, I say, no, he ain't. Leave your wife or your girl with him for the day and you'll find out.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. He was squeezing under the bed early. Remember? He put his hands on the bed, over the bed early. He was squeezing, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm just.
An American Dream.
I like to get it from the family member.
Yeah, okay.
Because Tito probably could have been. They could have went on double dates. No, you were married, so that never happened. All right. So Mike was a ladies' man. I just remember watching that documentary, the last one. What was it called? This is it. And I remember Mike joking about, give me two of them, I can handle it on one of those dance scenes. And I went, Mike must have been a ladies man.
He was.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he loved ladies. Remember, he had Lisa Marie, then he had his other ladies, But he was one of those type of entertainers that likes to keep his private life private and his show business life is show business life.
Okay. That's what's up, man. Tito Jackson is here. I'm going to play this.
Okay. So... I wanted that to segue, but I wanted to play one more part of a Tito interview before I do that. I did it the wrong way, but we're going to go back to Michael being a ladies' man. Okay, here we go. Present tense, Tito.
The perception that the world, or some may have of my brother Mike was totally false. Mike was probably one of the most lovable people you ever want to meet. Like he said in interviews, he's not trying to be Jesus, but he liked the way Jesus gave and cared for people and done things. So he likes to live in that atmosphere and contribute when he can. He's done tons of things for children and paid for operations, colleges, and help.
Okay, so he says Michael likes to live in that atmosphere. Okay, so they should be good at Michael was and Michael did in all past tense. But hey, just saying, it's just little fun things to kind of nitpick, and fans have sent it to me, so I would not be the reporter if I did not include the current tense stuff that Tito said. Let's go to Taj real quick. We'll do something that Taj said. Okay.
telling us about Black history and preaching it. And a lot of people don't realize that.
I love that because there's a misconception that
he was trying to
distance himself from that.
Completely false.
Yeah.
Completely false. Because if it wasn't for him, there's a lot of things on Black history I wouldn't know. I went to a basically an all-white private school.
Yeah.
You know, and I got a lot of my history, from my family, but my uncle.
Yeah.
You know, and you're 100% right, and I want to address this because if you think of a Michael Jackson video, whether it's Thriller, whether it's Remember the Time, In the Closet, whatever.
It's making me feel like I'm just, you know.
Who is the love interest? What nationality is she?
That's very true.
And he never told me this because I was too young to have this conversation with him. But knowing him, I genuinely feel he wanted to portray Black women in a great, strong light globally. He knew he had the influence around the world. And I believe that's why he always did that.
Yeah.
You know, and it's sad, but I think a lot of the American media tried to change that narrative.
Sure,
but don't get it twisted. My uncle was very proud to be Black, and he was very proud of his culture and heritage.
I love that you said that.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, that just like...
And it's so true, because I can remember watching in the closet and
all of
with
that.
Naomi Campbell and Iman, and it was like all these beautiful chocolate women, and at that time, that was not something that we were seeing.
You know,
anything.
what's so cool is, and a lot of these songs are more for pop, you know, for you know, just the pop world.
Yeah.
They were global songs that he wanted to really infuse a positive side of Black culture into his music. And the media, in my opinion, did a really disservice to him in, like many things, but in trying to limit that and try to make his own people go against him.
Yeah.
But he was proud to be Black.
Okay, so I'm glad that the Tito and his sons have taken a lead in straightening out things. And, you know, because people have said, I hate Michael deep down inside, the haters, because he married white women. Didn't you hear what Tito said? I knew that. I am an activist. I'm a thinking person. I knew that there were always Black women in this video. So that's just hogwash. That's just someone trying to just sully me. You know what I mean? But anyway, so I think that those are all wonderful things. All right, let's see what else I have saved before I get to some of the other stuff. Let me close down what I haven't done because I'm going to tell another story now. Okay, so let's get to this. Oh man, did I close that? Let's get to this. Okay, Shauna. All right, Shauna Mangatal. Okay. I never had anything against Shauna, ever. You know, I liked her. You know, she was a Black woman saying that Michael had sex, and she went on either Entertainment Tonight or one of those shows. And I remember back then seeing her saying that she had sex with Michael. And I was like, wow, okay. So fast forward to 2007, 2008, I run into her at a Barack Obama event. She was with Hill Harper. And I couldn't place her. You know what I mean? I couldn't place her, but I was like, God, she looks familiar. And we kind of hung out and, you know, chit-chatted, you know, while we were waiting our turn. And I interviewed a lot of celebrities that day. It was really cool, right? And she was there. And when I left, I remember, I said, oh my God, that's the girl that said she had sex with Michael Jackson. Oh my God, what was her name? And all of a sudden it just came to me, Shauna, but I had already left the event. So I went home, I looked her up on MySpace because at the time MySpace was really big. And I said, oh my God, I just saw you at the Barack Obama Hill Harper event. And, you know, and I said, aren't you the girl that dated Michael Jackson? And she said, yes, I am. And I said, oh my goodness, wow. You know, it's amazing, right? And she said, yeah, he came and saw me in Las Vegas at a David Copperfield show. So I'm thinking, dang, he came and saw you within days when he got back. Wow, you must be really important to him. That's what I said. Then I emailed Ramon. And I was like, wow, Ramon, would Michael mind if I interviewed her about them or whatever? And Ramon sent me an email back saying, be careful with her. Michael didn't know her that well. Whoa! Right? right? I was like, oh man, what the hell? My just shattered. Oh Jesus, right? And I never said anything, and I never did anything with that email. I knew it, but I just said, I don't know. It's better that Michael is a heterosexual male, whether she's white, black, purple, or green. But it's better for Michael to be known as a heterosexual male. So I'm not going to do anything with that. I'm not going to put it on blast or anything. So we're going to fast forward a few years. And I ran into Shauna May 2009, weeks before the death announcement, at an event where they were exhibiting Michael's stuff from one of his storage units. And she was there with Rodney Jerkins. And I did a little piece, and you could probably go back and you could see it. And I was like, and she came up to me and she said, "Pearl?" And I said, "Yeah, hi, Shauna." And, she waved or whatever. And I interviewed Rodney Jerkins that day. And, so, and I never brought it up to her. Why embarrass her, So then all of a sudden she comes out with her book. And there might be a couple of times that I saw her somewhere else. I just can't remember right now. Then she came out with her book. And so somebody told me, why don't you interview her? And somebody that I knew sent me an invite to contact her so that I could interview her for her book. So I thought, yeah, okay, I'll interview her. It's good publicity for Michael, and why not? So I went from Palmdale to downtown LA. Was there on time. She was an hour late. We were waiting in the lobby for a whole hour, Cecil and I, because she was getting her hair and makeup done. Okay. So we went in there and we were like the only press there, because I thought there would be more press there, but it was really, So the interview that I had put it up, within 24 hours, and Peter, Michael, Bobby knew about it. Michael, Peter, Bobby knew about it. And I told him that I interviewed her, and I told him I was putting it up, and I did, and it was a nice interview. And I told the fans, don't give her death threats, be nice, be cool, and I questioned her about Michael. So that interview was up on my YouTube channel. So then, never a thank you or anything from her. Then she attended an event, a Halloween event at Havenhurst, right? And the kids there was an event the day before with the family members, and then there was an event the next day. And she was with a mummy, right? Because Michael loves the living dead. He likes mummies, he likes werewolves, he likes ghosts, he likes zombies, anything that has to do with the living dead, Michael likes. So she took a picture with a mummy. And I sent her a private message, and I said, "Is that Michael? Who is that? Who is that guy in the mummies?" Because the fans were wondering if that was Michael, right, in disguise. She ignored me and didn't say anything. And I thought, dang, I gave her a good interview. She could have at least, responded by saying, "I don't know who that was." You know what I mean? But I get nothing. Crickets, right? So then I'm kind of like, okay, that's a little rude, right? So then, I'm coming out with my documentary. So I decide that I'm posting it everywhere because I don't have money to advertise. So I post it. I do it the hard way. I try to reach everybody that I can to say, hey, did you know this about Michael Jackson? And here's where you can get some additional information, right, with my documentaries. So she puts me on blast, right, and says, don't be spamming my group. And you're not welcome here, and get out of here. Okay. So I was like, dang, that was rude. That's just like, gosh, that was harsh, right? Because I hadn't done anything to her. I liked her, and so now, okay, you done drew first blood. You ignored me like I wasn't nothing. So I'm going to have to hurry up. So I got upset, right? And I looked for that email from Ramon, and I sure did post it, okay? Because you don't know what people know. You should always treat people with kindness, because you throw somebody away and you treat them like they're nothing and they're beneath you, and that you don't owe anybody anything for being courteous and nice and helping you promote your book, right? You don't know what they have. So then I found the email, which was about 10 years old, 10 years old, and I had it, so I posted it. And then they went off, okay, because Ramon sure did say that he don't know her that well. So it was she, and at the time that I interviewed her, she gave me a book. I never read it, okay, because I don't believe it, so I'm not going to read something I can't prove, something that doesn't have proof, evidence, clues, and facts. Unless you're credible, unless I believe that you're a credible source. But I already knew that she wasn't credible. So, and she also worked with Boys to Men, so Ramona told me, be careful with her. She was right. Okay. Because she dogged me out like I was trash, like I was nothing, like, and the interview had over 10,000 views. That's free publicity for you. Plus you were rude having me and Cecil wait an hour, anyway. So that started me and her with a feud. That just started a feud, and her mama got involved, and then it was back and forth, and they got Ramon involved, and blah, 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 right? But it still was a true email, right? That was still true, what was said. So ever since then, because it was kind of like, why didn't you just private message me and go, this is the group for my book, so some of the fans don't believe Michael's alive, so, I'll let you post it, just kind of be nice and, just kind of walk on eggshells a little bit, just kind of be courteous, you know what I mean? So I took the interview down, right? Because I'm not promoting somebody that treats me like trash, you know what I mean? Like I'm beneath them, or, what I do was a favor to me. How is it a favor to me, me interviewing you? It's not a favor to me. You know what I mean? I've interviewed a lot of important people, and Jackson's on top of that. Okay. So, I just didn't need it. But anyway, so, it started a feud with me and her. So now when we see each other, it's not, hi, how you doing? It's kind of like, oh, you. You know what I mean? It's like that. So I saw her at the Scream event, and I was hanging with Ola Ray, and in the VIP section. She might have been in the VIP, but then she wasn't. And Ola's cool and great and, just love. I'm saying Michael's alive. This is not me saying Michael's a pedophile. Okay. This is not me saying Michael's a sellout. This is not me putting Michael down. This is me improving the situation that I can't find nothing that proves that Michael Jackson is dead. If you couldn't find anything that proves he's dead, wouldn't you tell the world, especially when him and the family are leaving the clues? Especially when you got clues from Catherine with the book, MJ Lives, and Jermaine with Living as King, and his wife at the time, Michael Lives, and Michael's clues with all his ink symbols, and the Michael album with I Live on the lips, and the next album, Escape, and then the Rare Pearl. I mean, these are permissionable things that say, yeah, somebody report that Michael Jackson's not dead. And then Michael Peter Bobby calling me, right? And calling me on January 15th, which is a very important day, and the Rare Pearls connected to it, and so many wonderful things. So, of course, I want to tell the world I'm a reporter. That's what I do. So nobody has to be fearful of me or mad at me or upset with me, because I don't know where he is. You know what I mean? And Michael knows how to hide himself better than anybody else in the world, probably. All right. So anyway, so we don't speak when we see each other. Right. And then I saw her at Joe Jackson's memorial as well. And it's unfortunate, because we should be able to, be friendly and, hey girl, how you doing? It should be nice and friendly, but it isn't, because she drew first blood. I wanted it to be that way, but it didn't work out that way. So anyway, on Friday, now we're getting current. So on Friday, Peter sent me a song, a video clip of, let me show you guys, of this. Okay, let me turn the camera around. And he could have sent it to other people too, okay? But If This World Were Mine, and he sent it to me, okay? I hadn't talked to him in a while, and he just all out of the blue just sent it to me, and I thought it was cute. And the funny thing about this video, it is, Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell first sang it, and then Luther Vandross and Cheryl Lynn sang it, and this is the version that this couple sang it. But this was released in 2018, right? At least this video was released in 2018. So why did it come on HLN that Monday? HLN is, in my area, Channel 204, HLN, Headline News. And it was a news story, like in the wee hours of the morning. It was, Robin Meade is usually on, but some other girl was on. And I was like, wow, they're playing this video? Whoa, that was kind of interesting, right? So I had mentioned this in one of my videos that Peter had sent me the song If This World Was Mine. It's a really, really sweet, cute song. Look up the lyrics. It's just loving, sweet. If this world were mine, I'd do anything for you, baby. You're talking about Mac, and I would always tell Michael Peter Bobby, you ain't got no Mac. And then he would think of things to call me and say something like, you must be jam because jelly don't shake like that. And he would like say these like really corny little flirt lines that make me laugh because I would tease him and say, you ain't got no Mac, right? But anyway, so him and I just super close. One day I'm going to do a live and I'm going to tell you guys how I got involved in the Michael Jackson world. It is the most incredible story. It's the most incredible cosmic telepathy, synchronization, simpatico rhythms, and it is just incredible. But I'm going to tell that story soon, okay? So anyway, I had told a story about that. So then a few days later, Peter, let me turn my camera around. He posted this, him singing Lady of My Life to Shauna, right? So I'm kind of like, whoa, I didn't know that they were talking. Because you never see them interacting, and she always acts like, he's terrible and awful because he's not Michael and he's pretending to be Michael, and how dare he? So I didn't know that that meant anything. I don't know if they talk or they don't talk, right? But I was kind of like, wow, okay. So, and I have to say this, he can be with whoever he wants to be with, okay? If he is in love with her, honey, it's been 30 years. Go get your girl. 30 years. Come on, go get your girl. You know what I mean? She's available. She doesn't have a man as far as, the last time I heard her talk about how lonely she is and how single she is. I don't know why, but anyway, go get your girl. If you love her, go get your girl. You know what I mean? But so anyway, so then I'm thinking, are they buddies or oh man, where did I put it? Oh man. Oh, here it is. Okay. So I was thinking, do they talk? So now I'm interested. Now I want to do a little investigating. I hadn't really thought of Shauna in a few months. Since I put back that video, the interview that I did with her, I made it live again, because they were calling Michael a pedophile again. So I thought that I would release it because the bigger picture is always Michael's happiness or Michael's legacy, or not my petty, temper tantrum, if that's what you want to call it. Or me just saying, it's not about Shauna, it's about Michael. So I put the interview back up, and I don't know, I'll see how many views it has, but it has a lot of views, and it promotes her book, and it's a nice interview. You could see that I had no animosity towards her whatsoever. All right. So anyway, after This World Was Mine, and then it seemed like before that I never mentioned it to anybody, but whenever he showed some affection towards me, it seemed like there was some affection coming for Shauna, like within days. So I had noticed it like 3 or 4 times, but maybe I'm just imagining things, you know what I mean? So usually I don't bring things up until they've happened like 3 or 4 times, or when it's so blatant that it can't be a coincidence, right? So then the other day she posts this, right? It is her following somebody that was playing like a guitar or ukulele, and she's following him on Hollywood Boulevard, and he walks past a sign that says Pearl. Because at first when I was watching it, I was like, why is she showing a guy playing the guitar? Let me turn the volume up. Maybe he's playing a Michael song or something. Because I didn't understand why she was following this guy, until I saw her walk past the sign that said Pearl. So I'm like, is she taunting me? Like, ha, 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 ha. Look what he did to me. He. That's what I thought, right? That's what I thought. you know, am I supposed to think something different? You know what I mean? Because it seemed like it was a taunt. So do they talk, or does she now believe that he is really Michael Jackson? But she doesn't want to tell anybody that because she don't want to be called crazy. But let me take all the brunt of being called crazy and a kook and insane and a scam artist and all these bad words, because I'm telling you guys the absolute truth. That nothing proves Michael Jackson is dead. And that I have spent so much time with Michael Peter Bobby that I believe that he's Michael Jackson 100%. Okay, I am convinced. Because you can't have 7 years of interactions with him, the Jackson family members, the estate, him predicting stuff, him sounding like Michael, him singing like Michael, knowing when albums are going to come out. You can't join in Twitter the day before the death announcement, the Rare Pearl out. You can't do all that. The 7 days, 7 months, 7 weeks, 7 days from Bobby's supposed birthday to from Michael's birthday to Bobby's birthday, or Bobby's birthday to Michael's birthday. Watch my live trilogy. Okay, please watch my live trilogy to get all this stuff. And I didn't put everything in it. Okay, and he knew that I was selling cars, and then Michael's going to sell the same kind of car that I sold. I'm just saying, I'll answer that later. I'm just saying. Okay. So now I'm kind of thinking, dang, you know, is she taunting me? I mean, girl, really? You know, hey. Let me decline it either. Well, whoever it is, I'm gonna call them back. Okay. So, anywho, right? I'm gonna be off of here in a few minutes, right? So I was kind of thrown back by that. I was kind of like, she's taunting me, like, ha ha ha. Or is it a coincidence? Or is it just a coincidence? She don't like me, so I don't know why she would have somebody walk in front of a sign that says Pearl. She would go, oop, delete. I don't want to promote her. I don't like her. She don't like me. We don't like each other. So how else am I supposed to take it? Right? That she's taunting me some kind of way, right? With that, with, you know, him singing that song to her. Like I said, I want him to be happy. I want you to be happy, Michael. I want you to be happy, honey. Okay? All right? And I am here to try to provide some relief and to promote and to support you whatever way I can. Whatever way I can. Okay, so then after I wrote about this, then he was so sweet. So then he does a song for me, another song for me, right? And let me show you guys which one it is. I'm not going to play it. Did I screenshot it? Yeah. So he sings Butterflies, the Michael Jackson song Butterflies for me. And he put a butterfly there. So let me go. I'm going to go ahead and play it. That's a screenshot right there. I think that's a screenshot. Yeah, that's a screenshot. But I'm going to go ahead and go on his Instagram. And I think it's this one. Yeah, I think it's this one. And, let me refresh because it shows a butterfly. It's supposed to show a butterfly if this is the right one. Well, this little thing here, it's supposed to be a butterfly, but it doesn't show up, I guess, on the computers. But he sends me a song 7 hours ago, and it's him singing Butterflies. Okay, and he's got so many other songs as well, guys. I mean, he sang so many songs, and the poor thing's trying to figure out, oh, I feel so bad for him because he's going through all kinds of stuff trying to figure out how he's going to get around not having an ID and an identification right now because it's been more than 10 years. So, honey, I hope you find the answer. I hope you find what you're looking for. But here he is singing something else. So I might as well play a couple of these.
Fashion so solemnly, lift her with care, all the blood in her hair.
That one's just okay. Let me do another one. Okay, let me do another song that he has. Which one do I like? What is this one?
The man is Chris, man.
Oh, that's him. Chris Tucker. That was fun. Chris Tucker. Oh my God, Chris Tucker was a part of the Hot Chocolate Clue. You guys got to watch the Alive trilogy.
Fashion so solemnly.
No. Let's do this one. Keep the faith.
If you call out loud, will it get inside? To the art of your surrender, to your alibis, and you can say the word like you understand.
Okay, and let's do some more. Let's do a few more. Okay, because I already know it can't be monetized. Or Michael get the money, you know. Let's do another one. Oh, Unbreakable. I work out to this one.
Yeah, no, 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 no. Now I'm just wondering what you think. Now you can get to me with anything. Seems like you know that I'm wearing how I get down.
Okay, so let's do some more.
I wanna hold you, come on, let's remain. You don't have to reach out. With me, I wanna hold you till the break of day. Oh, got time, but I don't mind. Just wanna rock you, girl.
Okay, so let me do one more.
My knees and my selfish ways. Cause a good, strong woman like you walked out my life. Now I never get to clean up the mess I made.
Okay, so do one more. Oh yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Anywhere the wind blows, does it really matter to me? To me, she keeps them already shut in a pretty cabinet, let them be kicked. She says, just like Mary Antoinette, I built in a remedy for Christopher Kennedy. Anytime, an invitation you can decline. Carry our cigarettes. What?
Okay, let's do one more.
Superstitious, baby, superstitious, baby, superstitious.
Stevie Wonder.
No, that is superstitious. Nothing more said. Baby, superstitious.
Okay, I keep saying I'm gonna do one more. I mean, I just. No, let's do another. Hold on. Let's do this one.
Sigh, 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 sigh.
Okay, that wasn't a good one to play. Let's see this one. So you got to be careful with him, because he'll throw in some of the songs that he's saying, and then he'll throw in some songs that some impersonators saying, just to keep you confused. Okay, let's do one more. Okay, I keep saying one more. There's so many. He misses his old life.
Brothers will die, and as the sky's falling down, it crashed into his lonely town. And with that shut up on the ground, I hear my people screaming out, no one's safer.
All right, so those were some of the songs. They're on his Instagram right now. Who knows how long he's going to keep them there. And let's see if this is one I really like. All right. Okay. So anyway, those are there's plenty of them on there, and so you guys check out his Instagram. And I think I went through everything. You know, I hated to have to tell that story, but I thought I had to tell it. So if Michael is playing with me and Shauna, so I guess Tito was telling the truth and TJ telling the truth. You know, that Michael is into, you know, he's into women. He is, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I am not, I have Cecil. I love him dearly. He's my buddy, my pal. I wish him the absolute best. You know, I know that he's in hiding right now, and he probably, you know, he's unavailable. You know what I mean? But he can change the situation at any moment. You know, he has all the power. You know, we don't know where he is. You know, even if I did know where he was, I wouldn't tell anybody. If he told me not to do something, I would do it. Period. I would do it. Okay? So with that, I think I'm ending the live for today. And I have to go somewhere. Okay? I got to go somewhere. Even if it's to the grocery store or to the post office or to the movies. Maybe I'll go to see another movie tonight. Because it's $5 Tuesday at AMC. You know what? That AMC premiere, that's a good deal. See, why am I promoting other people's stuff? But it is a good deal. Okay, so I go to the premiere where you get discounts and stuff, and it's $5 Tuesday. So I'm going to go to $5 Tuesday tonight. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this live. And we're not watching the Emmys when it airs. And we are, I think we should perhaps write letters to the Emmys. You know, let's all write letters to the Emmys. I'll post the address, or somebody can post the address. And let's just write letters and tell them how unhappy we are. Okay, and let's not promote the Emmys, so we'll communicate with each other in private messages so that we don't promote the Emmys. There's something that's going around that is trying to make us, it's a book that's trying to get us to protest it into popularity, and we're not going to do that. Anything that's anti-Michael, we had to protest publicly something that airs on HBO, because that's already huge. Something that's already covered on all, at that point when it's already out there, huge media, then we of course have to publicly protest. But we can quietly protest other things. So let's write letters to the Emmys and tell them how wrong they are by allowing a fictional child pornographic tale to win outstanding nonfiction. It's absurd. I'm going to write my letter. All right, so we're going to share that between each of us. And I love you all. And I will see you guys next time.